Hello, dear students. Today we are going to learn a lesson from subject History, Standard 6th. Name of the lesson is Religious Trends in Ancient India. Lesson number 5, Religious Trends in Ancient India. Now, student, in the previous lecture, we have seen about the lesson number 4, the Vedic civilization. In that, we have learned the Vedic literature, types of Vedas, family system in that period, their occupations, four ashramas, religious ideas, political system, and Varna system in that period. Now, in this lesson, we are going to see the various religious trends at the end of the Vedic period. So, let's begin our lesson number 5. At the end of the Vedic period, the details of yajna acquired very importance. Only the priestly class has knowledge of those details. Others no longer had the freedom or right to gain that knowledge. The Varna system restrictions become very hard in the course of time. We have already seen the Varna system. In Varna system, there are 4 categories: Brahmanas, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra. People were divided by their color into this system. A person's social position was decided by the Varna into which he was born, rather than by his achievements or intelligence. That is why, from the Upanishads period, we see that attempts were made to give a wider scope to religious thoughts and not restrict it only to the yajna rites. However, the thoughts in Upanishads focused on the existence and nature of the soul. It is very difficult for ordinary people to understand. Because of this, people were started to worship of a particular deities, means God. For example, Shaiv were worshipper of Shiva and Vaishnava were worshipper of Vishnu. Different Purans were written with the reference to those deities, gods. Now, student, around 6th century, common people realized that every person is free to find ways of his own upliftment. This led to the establishment of a new religions. These religions state that discrimination on the basis of caste has no place in the individual's upliftment. The work of Vardhaman Mahavir and Gautam Buddha has especially important to spreading these new thoughts. They also emphasized on the good conduct, means good behavior of a people. Now we are going to discuss about the 6 new religious trends in ancient India in detail. There are 6 religions we are going to see. The first, Jainism, then Buddhism, Judaism, Christianity, Islam, and then last, Zoroastrianism. Now first is Jainism. Jainism is one of the ancient religions in India. The religion give importance to the principle of non-violence. The most important principle in this religion is non-violence. According to the Jain tradition, a person who reveals religious knowledge is known as Tirthankar. There has been 24 Tirtharankars in all. Vardhaman Mahavir is the 24th Tirtharankar in the Jain religious tradition. Vardhaman Mahavir was born in Bihar. His father's name was Siddharth and mother's name was Trishala. Vardhaman Mahavir left his home and comfort to find true knowledge. At the age of 24, he attained true knowledge and thus he came to be known as Kevali and Jina. He preached for 30 years in the language called Ardhamagadi, which was the easy for people to understand this language. Now, Vardhaman Mahavir preached about good conduct or behavior. His teaching about good conducts are found in 5 great vows called as Panchamahavratas. 5 great vows. First is Ahimsa, it means non-violence. Second, Satya, it means truth. Asteya means non-stealing. Aparigraha means non-attachment. One should not be greedy to collect the wealth or money. And the last, fifth one is Brahmachari, leaving bodily pleasure. He also preached 3 Ratnas, or we can say 3 jewels, the principle of Vardhaman Mahavir. It is called 3 Ratna. First, Samakya Darshan, that is right faith. Second, Samakya Jnana, right knowledge. Samakya Charitra, right conduct. Here, Samak means balanced. Samakya Darshan, right faith, to understand the truth in the preaching of the Tirtharankar and to have faith in it. Samakya Jnana, right knowledge, balanced knowledge, studying the preaching and philosophy of the Tirtharankar regularly and learning its deep meaning. Samakya Charitra, right conduct, right behavior, good behavior, strictly following the 5 great vows. 5 great vows which we have already seen, that is Panchamahavratas, Ahimsa, Satya, Asteya, Aparigraha and Brahmachari. Vardhaman Mahavir taught the people that the greatness of a man does not depend on his varna but on his excellent conduct. His teachings were love all living things, have mercy and compassion, and live and let live. Now let's see how the Buddhism spread in India. Gautam Buddha was the founder of Buddhism. He was born in Nepal. King Shuddhodana and Mayadevi were his parents. He wanted to know why there is a sorrow and suffering in human life. He left his home and all his comfort. When he was meditating under a peepal tree in the city of Gaya in Bihar, he received enlightenment or the highest knowledge. The tree is called as a Bodhi tree. He preached to the people for the first time at Sarnath near Varanasi. This teaching was called as Dhamma. Buddha preached noble truth or principle to the people, which includes dukkha or suffering in human life. Second, the cause of dukkha behind every suffering. Third, dukkha nivaran, which means it is possible to end suffering. Fourth, the way to end suffering is called pratipad. This is the way of good conduct or good behavior. Gautam Buddha asked the people to follow the 5 rules for good conduct, which is called as Panchashil. In that, first one, stay away from killing animals, stay away from stealing, stay away from unethical contact, stay away from telling lies, stay away from intoxicants, which means Panchashil includes staying away from the 5 things like killing animals, stealing, unethical conduct, telling lies, and intoxicants. He created a group of bhikshus, his follower, to preach his religion, which is called as Bauddha Sangha. In this Sangha included both men and women also. The member of a Bauddha Sangha preach about Eightfold Path. The Noble Eightfold Path includes right view, which means the knowledge of 4 noble truths, right resolve, third, right speech, which means we should keep away from telling lies, tells, rude, harsh, and meaningless speech. Right conduct, stay away from killing animals, stealing, and uncontrolled behavior. Right livelihood, using only the proper means of livelihood. Right effort, making efforts to avoid wrong acts, giving up wrong acts, undertaking and maintaining good acts. Right mindfulness, being mindful to remove passions and concentration on trying to understand one's own feelings and mind. Right concentration, experiencing deep meditation with concentration. These are the eightfold path, which includes 8 things: right view, right resolve, right speech, right conduct, right livelihood, right efforts, right mindfulness, right concentration. Next is Judaism. People belonging to the Jewish religion may have arrived in Cochin in Kerala around the 1st to 3rd century of the Christian era. They believe that there is only one God. Judaism emphasizes justice, truth, peace, love, compassion, humility, charity, ethical speech, and self respect. Their prayer house is known as synagogue, and the name of their God is Yahweh, and their holy book is called as Torah. Judaism is a religion followed by Jewish people. Then the next is Christianity. Christianity is a religion founded by Jesus Christ. It has spread all over the world. Saint Thomas, one of the 12 disciples of Christ, came to Kerala in the 1st century of the Christian era. He established a church over there. According to the teaching of Christianity, there is only one God. He is the loving Father of all, and it is believed that Jesus Christ is the Son of a God who came to the earth. According to the teaching of Christianity, we all are brothers and sisters. We should love everyone, including our enemies. We should forgive those who go wrong. The Bible is the holy book of Christianity and their prayer house is known as church. Next is Islam. The word Islam means peace. It also means surrender to Allah. Islam teaches that Allah is eternal, powerful, and merciful. The prayer house of Islam is called mosque or masjid. The holy book is known as Quran Sharif. The teachings of Islam were only one God, guidance on how man should behave in life. The next is Zoroastrianism. The Parsis came to India from the Pars. They came to Gujarat from Iran. Zoroastrianism's prayer house is known as Aghiyari and the holy book is called as Avesta. The founder of Zoroastrianism is Zoroaster and the god is called Ahur Mazda. Teachings where the elements of fire and water are very important. Good behavior, good word, and good deeds.